I want to document this dream about life on other planets. Now, I'm not going to attempt to give any explanations or revelations about this dream because I don't have any. But I am only going to document this dream just for future reference. Okay, so on August 17th, 2024, I dreamed that I visited two planets and there was life on these planets. I was on some type of aircraft hovering over one of these planets, and the surface of the planet looked like red desert sand with heavy dust and sandstorms in the air. I don't know anything about planets, okay? I could see the surface of the planet had a city. I call it a city. It had high-rise buildings, but there was absolutely no sign of life. Looking down over it, it was just these tall, rectangular obelisks. I think that's how you say it. Obelisks. With almost like the thing that's at Washington, D.C. I believe it's called the Washington Monument. It's this tall structure that's rectangular. And so it was a bunch of those all throughout this red desert sand that sort of resembled what a downtown area would look like if you're looking from the sky looking down. But there was no signs of life, no activity, no movement, just these buildings and the dust. There was no roads, no grass, no trees, no beings, no anything. Just these buildings scattered throughout the red dirt. I could hear the voice of President Obama narrating what we were seeing as our aircraft began to descend closer to the surface of this place. And I remember hearing the words Anguilla or Anguilla. And I don't know what that means, and I'm not going to attempt to give any interpretation. Then I was in a mission with maybe 100 other humans who were being sent to infiltrate this planet. We were teamed up in twos, partners, sent out in twos. And in the dream, I was not myself. I was seeing the dream from someone else's eyes. And I felt nervous about if I would be discovered, if we would be discovered going out into this planet on this, I guess, secret mission. I was a young white special agent and my partner was the same. I was a female. Then we walked through the hotel area, it looked like a hotel area, and I realized the entire life of this planet was under the surface of the planet, underground, like being in a basement. The entire city was built down under the surface of the planet. I could see light through the skylights built overhead. So just imagine everything is built beneath the surface, deep down underground, and the ceilings had openings in them like skylights so you could see light, but there was no windows or anything around you because everything was built down like in a basement area. So all of the life, that's why when we descended upon this territory, there was no signs of life because nothing actually happened on the surface of the planet. It was all happening within the core of it, I guess, beneath it. And then we were on a transportation system that went throughout the city, y'all call, like a ski lift. It kind of felt like being in the seats of a Ferris wheel, or when you're in those carts that take you up a mountain. They would take you throughout the whole area. That was a transportation system. And we were trying to go undetected while observing all the features of this planet. So I remember being in this seat and almost like hiding, even though I was fully exposed, because of the concern of being caught or being found out. Then we were in a residence and we had on all black suits like the FBI or like a SWAT team or something, and we were going through inspecting house, but there was no signs of life. Like I knew that we were surrounded by normal activity and normal life on this planet, but I did not get a view of what was actually living there. I only got a view of the people that were being sent there to inspect the planet, to understand it, to study it, to almost like we were invading their planet. And it was something that had to do with President Obama. That is the end of the dream. And I know in this particular dream, there was 2 planets that had life on it. I only visited one. And yeah, the only reason I'm going to post this dream is because just like every other dream that I've had that made no sense at the time that I dreamed it, but later made sense when future events began to happen, I'm going to post it just so that I don't forget, and I can reference back to this dream, and others can reference back to this dream in the event that with all the things that are going on with SpaceX and Blue Origin and all of these space missions trying to establish a second planet on Mars, who knows? Like maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe there is something out there that we are trying to discover, and maybe this dream will be relevant in the future, even though to me today it just seems very far out there and kind of out of this world. No pun intended. All right.